So hello, everyone. This is going to be very informal. So if you have questions, please feel free to ask them. You can just say it on the microphone or you can type it over the chat. Someone let me know if a chat comes up though, because I don't think I have that box up on my end. But you'll let me know. Okay, thanks, Christine. But my name is Bethany Eisenhart and I work within the Career Services Department at Monco. And today I just wanted to go over some of the different resources that we had available for you, and then also touch on internships. So that was some of the things that we'll cover. But as I said,
Bethany, I thought you were a student.
Good, that means I still look young. I appreciate that.
Good job.
It's the camera, you know, it hides everything.
It does. True.
So true. So career services, if you're completely new to this term and maybe haven't interacted with our department before, we have a lot of different things that we can offer you on your career journey. And so we can, right from the beginning, if you're picking majors and trying to decide what's the best major for you, we can schedule an appointment and help you choose that correct major for you, or look at different majors and see what's the best fit. And then from there, along your career journey, we can help you with resume writing, cover letter writing, interview skills, anything really to help you get connected to employers and help you for your next steps after Monco. And we help you as a student or as an alumni. So even 5 years down the road, if you're like, okay, I have a pretty solid job, but maybe I'm looking for something that pays a little bit more. Maybe I just want to update my resume because I'm thinking about applying for jobs. Reach out to us because you can as an alumni and schedule an appointment and get your resume reviewed. We constantly work with employers in the area. So if you are looking for a job at any point, even during college, if you're looking for a part-time or seasonal job, reach out to us and see what kind of opportunities we have, because we constantly have new jobs coming in and employers connecting with us. And then throughout the semester, we also do hold a lot of different events. So you can meet with us individually if you want to have that one-on-one experience, or if you wanted to meet in a group setting, we also do workshops. We hold career fairs, we hold employer days. And so both of those events are just events where you can connect with employers, see what job opportunities they have available. You can really have those conversations of, do you have any tuition assistance programs? What kind of benefits do you offer? Those are like safe spaces where you can ask all those questions instead of just applying online and not hearing anything from the employer. This semester, we are all virtual for those career fair events. So you join a Zoom link, you'll see me, you'll see the rest of the team, and you'll see my screen that says a list of all the employers. And you just tell us, hey, I want to talk to this employer. And we'll put you into a separate breakout room so that you can talk with that employer one-on-one. So those are just a few of the things that we help with within career services. And then that being said, our team consists of, we have our director of career services, Takesha Mundy. I'm the coordinator of internships and career services. We currently have one career coach, Nicole Browse. We actually will be hiring shortly 2 more career coaches. So we're very excited to be expanding our team. And we're also hiring a career and alumni manager. So that we'll really have a point person who can help alumni and be dedicated to helping alumni with any of their needs in that space. And then we are located at both campuses. So once we do get back to in-person, hopefully soon, we will be at campuses so that you can actually come out and say hi to us and talk to us. But currently we're virtual. So you can meet with us over Zoom or over phone if you do want to schedule one of those appointments. And then within career services, one of the mindsets that we have, I guess one of our mottos is beginning with the end in mind. So for me, I'll just honestly say when I went to college and I had my orientation, career services came and they talked and I was like, I'm trying to focus on classes. I can't even think that far in the future to jobs or resumes. I have to focus on my classes. But one of the things that we really want to let students know is that it's better to reach out first and reach out in the beginning and start getting connected with us as early as possible so that you're not waiting till the last second right before graduation. And you're like, okay, now I have to do a resume, a cover letter. I've never done an interview, or I feel like I need to practice my interview skills. The earlier you can get in with us and talk to us, the better it'll be for when you graduate and you're looking for that job. The other thing is, if you are looking for internships or you're looking for jobs throughout college, if you're consistently reaching out to us and saying, hey, I'm looking for a computer science internship, and you kind of check in every so often, you'll be on front of mind when we do get those internship opportunities. And then I'll be like, oh yeah, I know like so-and-so said they were looking for an opportunity. Let me just send this over to them. So it just helps you with the networking and being able to stay connected with what's out there and what's going on within the industry. And so one of the first touch points that you have with career services is the My Career Plan. Have either of you taken the My Career Plan assessment? Hopefully, yes. And it should look like this. And what it was is right before you registered for classes, you had to take an assessment that was probably about 30 minutes long. They asked you questions like, do you like working with people or do you like working alone? Do you like working indoors? Do you like working outdoors? Do either of you remember if you took that test?
I think I did take it in 2015 after I got my GED. I haven't redone it.
Okay, perfect. So it probably looks a little bit different to you then, because I know it went through a whole change of the looks of the website within the last few years. So let me pull it up so that I can show you some of the new things that have been added. Okay. So if you are looking at different majors, or if you are just interested in what type of career opportunities are out there, maybe for your major, for the industry you're interested in, My Career Plan is a really cool tool that can help you just discover all of that different information. So this is what it looks like now. It does look a lot different than 2015, but you can, does it? I remember the last version had little pictures on it. Little
Bethany,
like graphics.
can they retake this during their
They
time at
can.
Mojo? Okay.
Yes, and I would encourage it. You know, we as humans, we change all the time and we're constantly changing. So every year or so, every few years, I would definitely recommend to retake it.
Okay.
And then let me just show you how to get to it. So if you're in Monco Connect in your student portal, I just think it's easiest to search anything in the search bar. But if you search up here and type in My Career Plan, it will be the first thing that pops up. So if you click that, it'll take you right to your page.
Oh.
And then if you did want to retake any of them, there's 4 different parts. So you could retake them all just by hitting this little retake button, or you can individually say like, okay, tonight I want to do this section, tomorrow I'll do this section. You know, that might help because I think each section takes maybe like 10 minutes. So it is like a long time commitment. So you can kind of break that up. But if you did want to find out any more about those assessment results, you can always click into each of these different sections, learn a little bit more about yourself based on how you answered those questions. But the thing I really like about this tool, I think is, for me personally, the most beneficial is this Explore Career Matches. So if you click into that, you can see all the different subject areas that match to you based off of how you answered those questions in that test. And then from there, and I actually like to, instead of sorting it by subject matter, I like to just see all careers at once. So I come over here and click all careers. And it'll pull up all the different careers that match to you. And so you can start to filter like, okay, I'm going for my associate's degree, and maybe I'm interested in arts and media. Let's see what's out there. So you can start to see the different careers that are available for those areas. And then let me add a few more. And then from there, if you wanted more information, you can always click into them and find out specifically what is the job description for this type of career. What are some of the different activities or responsibilities you would have within this job? You can see the programs that may align based off of what Montco has to this program. I would just caution to say, look into the programs that we have at Montco, because sometimes it matches with, gerontology is very different than human services, but this just gives you some ideas of what programs we have that could be related to this career. You can look at the different abilities that are required for this job, the knowledge and the skills. And you can also see a career video from someone who's currently in that role and hear them talk about their experience in the industry. Look at the average salary, the outlook, what degree is usually required. And you can also search for jobs. So if, for example, if you are then thinking, okay, I want to see what a real life example of this job is right now currently. You can see it usually pulls from Indeed. You can see all different types of opportunities that are related to that position. And it also will show how strong of a match you are to that position based off of, again, those assessment results. So I think that's pretty cool, because then you can actually see the job, you can see the salary, you can see what kind of qualifications you'll need. If you're really interested in this career, then you can look at these like real life examples to say, what degree do I need? What specifically should I be majoring in? Do I need any additional certificates? This just gives you a lot more of more examples of what you should be doing, how you should be focusing your career. Any questions with my career plan?
No, I like it. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me go back. PowerPoint. And so I kind of mentioned this earlier, but we really advise that you take advantage early and often. Career services, something that is very common. Misconception is that, career services is you wait until the very end and then you reach out to us. But really, like, I promise we're nice. Like we're not scary, even though career services sounds like a scary thing. So really reach out to us whenever you do feel like, you need some additional assistance, or you just want someone to review your cover letter or your resume, or maybe you're applying to a job and you just want to make sure you're getting through the application okay. We're always here to help you with any of those steps. And those are very big steps to take. So sometimes it helps just to have someone, on your side, walking you through it and helping you through that process. And we're really here to help you from now, right at this moment, until, whenever, like your whole career journey. So you can always reach out to us whenever you do need assistance. And our career fairs are actually open to the public. So if you know anyone who's interested in looking for a job, or they're interested in finding like part-time, full-time, anything like that, feel free to tell them about our career fair. The more people we have, the better. We usually have about 50 different employers attend our career fairs. So as much as possible, we love when the community can come out and partake in those different events. So tell everyone when you see those events coming up.
Okay.
And then, so just preparing for your future. So there's an organization, they're called NACE, they're the National Association of Careers and Employers, and they put out, they connect with a lot of different employers nationwide, and they have put together this whole study that this is what employers want to see in candidates that are applying to jobs. So this listing over here: leadership, professionalism, career and self-development, technology. These are things that a lot of the employers nationwide want to see in candidates. So this is what we really strive to focus on in our events, and as we talk with you in our appointments, and we want to make sure that you're highlighting these skills on your resume and in interviews. So this is just here so that to remind you that these are some things that you might not think about when you are creating your resume or as you're applying to jobs, but just to keep in mind that employers are looking not just about, do they have a degree or do they have XYZ experience? They're looking for a lot of other things. and they're wanting to see what kind of skill sets you have. And then that being said, if you are looking for a job, we have a brand new system we're so excited about. I think we implemented it in the end of November, early December, but it's called Hire Mustang. Let me pull that up. So just to show you how to find it, if you're in your student portal and you go to the tools menu, it's Hire Mustang, you can click it there. Again, I like to just search for it. So you can just type in Hire Mustang and it should start to pull up. So this is an account that you have as a student and as an alumni, so you'll always be able to access this. But when you click that link, this is what you should start to see. So you'll see a lot of different information pop up here of different job opportunities that have come in, different jobs that are expiring soon. This is really any employers that connect to us, we ask them to post their positions on this portal so that we have one centralized place where students can go and look for jobs and look for internships and find all that information. We have around 8,000 employers connected with Hire Mustang, and I would say we usually get maybe 25 to 30 new jobs each week. So if you check Monday, check again on Friday and see if there's any updates or anything interesting. You know, if you are looking for that marketing internship, maybe if you didn't see it Monday, it might be there by Friday. So just keep checking back as you're looking for jobs. But this software works just like Indeed or Monster, where you can go to the job search function over there where it says jobs and internships, click search, and then you can start to search for different job opportunities. You can search by location, you can search by title. There's a lot of different filters here. So if you wanted to search for job function, position type, you can also do that. But if you hit search, we have a bunch of different results that'll come up. And one thing I'll say is, just like if you're on Indeed or on Monster, try a lot of different keywords, because you never know, each company uses their own lingo, their own language for different job opportunities. So if you're looking for, you know, that marketing job, try a lot of different titles. And just to jump back to my career plan, if you do see that job that you're looking for, they do give alternative job titles that you can search for when you're searching for jobs. That may be the similar job or the same job, but it's just different titles depending on the company. So something else that Hire Mustang has is they have the ability to help you with your resume. So if you are new to resume writing, we do have a resume builder that you can click into. And so if you click create new resume, this kind of starts you on the process of being able to create that first resume. And it really takes you step by step so that you can choose the outline, you can choose how it's going to look, the style of it, the formatting of it. And then once you submit it, it comes to us within Career Services, and we'll review it and send you back any edits that we have for the document. If you already have a resume and you wanted to just upload it and have us look at it, we also can see those resumes. So you would just click My Documents, add your resume, and we would also be able to review your resume like that. So that's very helpful if you're thinking, well, I don't really have time for an appointment right now, but I want someone to see my resume. You can always upload it to Hire Mustang and we'll be able to review it for you through the system. I would say our turnaround time is usually 24 to 48 hours, depending on the day. And you can also email at careerservices@mc3.edu your resume, and we can also review it that way, whichever you prefer.
Hey, Bethany, it looks like Shania raised her hand. Do you have a question, Shania?
I do. I have a question. Do employers look at the fact that you weren't working for more than 2-3 years and you went to school, or does it not play a factor?
So it's going to depend on the employer. I would say for the most part, employers understand that while you're in school, you're not going to be working because you're going to be focusing full time on school. So it's definitely okay to have some gaps there and to have that time period that you were focusing on school and you didn't have a job at that point. I think a lot of employers are very flexible with that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Are you currently looking for a position?
I'm looking for a part-time position.
Okay. So there's definitely a ton of those opportunities that I've seen recently. I'm not sure if you're very specific in what you're looking for, but I'll tell you, most of these places that are starting to open back up now are looking for people. So if you're interested in working in customer service, there's definitely a bunch of opportunities out there that are starting to pop up. And just be on the lookout for who can offer the best benefits, because I've seen some who are trying to rise above the others by saying, okay, we'll do a sign-on bonus, or we'll have some PTO time for you. So there's some cool benefits that are starting to come out. So be on the lookout for that.
Hey, Bethany,
Thank you.
Bethany, I have a question. So say like Shania, somebody's just looking for a part-time job to get them through college, not necessarily for the career they're intended with. Would you practice interviewing with those students too, even for just, something that maybe isn't their career related, but just general interview skills?
Yes, for sure I would. And within that, there's 2 different appointments that we can have. And this is something that usually in the first appointment I discuss, and then we kind of go from there. But we can have an appointment where I'm just talking about interviews in general and saying, this is common practices. These are good tips and tricks as you are getting ready for your interview. And then from there, we can have another appointment, which is a mock interview, where I'll actually asking some questions. And if you have a job description that you can send me, or if you can send me specifically what job you're applying to, I may be able to find some questions that have been asked from that company from other people. So sometimes I try to do some research there, and there's some different organizations that put out some of that information. And then I'll ask you that during your mock interview so that you can kind of practice those questions that they'll probably most likely ask you, because they've asked people that before.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And that's definitely good practice if you are looking for a part-time opportunity right now, to start practicing in interviewing skills. And then once you graduate, you'll be able to really be ready for that next job after college. Any other questions with Hire Mustang? And then from there, if you are looking to schedule an appointment with us in Career Services, you can always email careerservices@mc3.edu, or if you go on Monco Connect, the same way that you schedule with your advisor, where you go through My Success Network or Starfish, that's where you would go to schedule with us. And I think when you click into that, you'll click Career Services, and that's where you'd be able to schedule. And if you're seeing like nothing available for the times that you need, really feel free to email us and let us know. Say, hey, I'm looking for an appointment for XYZ times. Do you have anything available? And we might be able to work something else out where we can schedule you for that time. And we do take appointments by Zoom, by telephone, and if it is a resume review, we can also do it over email. And so a few other things that I wanted to touch on. So if you are on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, make sure to follow us, because we have a lot of information that we're always posting. I would say Instagram's probably our most used system or social media, but we try to post on all of them at the same time. But on Instagram, we throughout the semester, we'll hold lunchtime lives where we talk with either people from the college or with employers, and have different conversations about resume writing or interviewing skills. Or I know there was one with talking about mentoring. So we have a lot of cool topics that we talk about. So feel free to follow us on Instagram. And we also do some giveaways every once in a while. So you might be able to win some cool prizes with that. And then Another way to find out about some information within career services and see some of our resources is to go to Monco Connect. Let me go to it. No, I'm flipping back and forth here. So if you're in Monco Connect and you go into this groups tab, you hit view all. And then you go into the get involved section. Just in general, if you're ever looking for something to do on campus or to do virtually to kind of get involved with Monco, any events that are happening are posted in this events tab. So be on the lookout for that if you are interested in attending anything or seeing some of the cool different things that are held. This is where any information from career services will be posted when we have our career fairs or do employer days. So all of that is listed in the events tab. But if you go to the resources tab, so that was get involved resources, career services posts a lot of different information in here. So every Monday we do post a hot jobs report where throughout the previous week, any of the quote unquote hot jobs that have come out, we try to highlight in the hot jobs report. So if you are looking for just seeing what's out there and just keeping an eye out for what kind of job opportunities there are, feel free to come here and see what different opportunities are available. We try to do part-time and full-time, so this is really a broad range. But again, we're highlighting around like 8 to 10. So if you don't see anything this week for you, maybe there'll be something next week. But if you go back to that tab, we also have a lot of different what we call how-to guides that, let's say you have an interview tomorrow and you didn't necessarily have a chance to connect with anyone in career services and you just wanted some additional tips to prepare for that interview. We have all these how-to guides here to help you just along the way. So you can click interviews and start to get some tips and ideas of how to prepare for that. So there's a ton of information within these guides, and we can certainly help you if you see anything on these guides where you're like, let me meet with someone in career services because I want to get some more clarity or I want to find out more about it. We can certainly help you, but in the meantime, if you do just want some quick tips, feel free to see these guides to get that information. And then another thing that we have here is an internship newsletter. So every month we do post a newsletter in here talking about internships. So if any of you are interested in internship opportunities, or maybe you have a part-time job right now that's maybe not as related to your career and you're thinking, all right, let me get some experience within the industry. Let me see if I really like this career that I've chosen. Come here, look at the different internships that are available. I would say they're pretty much always changing. And this is just a highlight of those opportunities. Hire Mustang will have a lot more. So always go back to Hire Mustang, check that out. But this is a highlight of some of the ones that have previously come in. And you can click these links. So if anything is interesting to you, you can just click it right from there. And it should take you to their website. It might have changed because I know this was July. So like this one. So it should take you. And this one was filled. That's cool. But one of the things that I like to just highlight, if you are looking for an internship, we have a lot of employers who reach back out to us each semester, or who will say, okay, we're pretty much are always going to need an intern for the fall semester. So you can always look through all of these and see what different employers have posted, see what opportunities have previously come in through career services, and feel free to reach out to those companies. So you can reach out to them and say, hey, I saw that you had connected with my career services department at Monco, and I was interested to see if you had any opportunities available. That's one of the coolest ways to be able to find an internship. We have had students connect with employers at our career fairs or at our employer days, and then had employers create an internship for them based off of just that conversation. So you never know with networking what kind of opportunities will come out of it. So if you are looking for an internship, feel free to reach out to the employers, but definitely connect with career services and let us know that you're looking for internships, so that we can keep an eye out for you for any of those opportunities. And then I just want to go back to the internship how-to guide. Sometimes I'll say that these guides, when you click on them, they don't necessarily open, but if you click download, then they do open. So just be aware of that. But since I'm the coordinator of internships, I feel like it's my duty to talk about the benefits of internships. So if you're on the fence, or if you're thinking, I don't need an internship, I think I'm fine, I'm going to wait until after college, and then I'm going to try to find something in the industry that I'm looking in, I would say, think again about internships, because it really helps you, it helps to build up your resume. It gives you a chance to see if it's actually the right fit for you. So I just personally changed my major 6 times throughout college. I was all over the place, and I was able to partake in different internships, and I was able to see this maybe isn't the best fit for me, or maybe I should go towards this industry instead. So it gives you that hands-on experience where you can see, is this really the best fit? And then also it helps your resume. So a lot of different employers do ask for, oh, we want some experience within this area, or we want someone who has, a year of experience in this area. If you have an internship, even if it was for the 3-month, 4-month semester, that's going to put you ahead of anyone else who didn't have that experience. And usually within internships, you can gain a lot of skills that employers are looking for. They're looking for someone who has worked on a team before, or someone who has done, emailing and Word documents and Excel sheets, depending on your industry. So internships can really help you gain that experience. And then also it just helps your network. So if you are looking for a job after college, maybe you can refer back to that company you interned for and say, hey, do you have any job opportunities available? All of that can help you throughout your process.
We have another question, Bethany. Miss Shania has another one for you.
I want to ask, does internship have an age limit, given the fact that I'm 37? Would it look weird or strange for me to be 37 and doing an internship?
So not at all. I will say there
No?
are some, yep, so you can certainly go and get an internship. I will say that there are some internships that will say in the job description, like youth internship, and they're looking for
Okay.
someone. I know recently there was an internship that came through, and they were looking for someone who was like 18 and younger. So if you see that, then that might not work. But a lot of the other internships, if they don't specifically say that, feel free to apply to them, because they don't have age limits usually.
Thank you.
Yeah. What type of, if I could ask, internships would you be interested in?
I've never looked at the internship before. This would be my first go around. So I clearly, go ahead.
What's your major?
My major is psychology, and I hope to get a job with working with children or senior citizens. So, and
Yeah.
if I could find an internship with either one of them, or something that is geared towards that genre of children or elders.
So I could definitely recommend a few different companies. I'll have to go back and go through my emails, because I know recently I've seen some different companies, like Elwyn was one of them, where they were looking for an intern. And I know I've seen a few others, and I've seen some where they're specifically working with children. So if you like that area, I know I've seen those recently. So there are a few different opportunities. And I would say even within the last week, there's been a whole maybe like 50% increase of employers reaching out to me specifically for
Really?
internships. So yes, more so they're, for the fall semester, this is the time when they're starting to think, okay, let me put out this application.
Okay.
So if
Thank
you're
you.
interested in that, yeah, feel free to look up some internships, and also schedule an appointment with me, and we can kind of look together and see what's out there. And I'll be able to send you any of that information then that I've seen recently.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Any other questions for me around internships?
No, you answered the main one, which was the only one question. I'm interested.
Awesome. Anyone else have any questions at this point? Okay. And so back. So that's what I had. So if there are any questions, feel free to ask. I know I covered a ton of information, and I talked a lot. So just let me know if you had any questions with any of it. It was, we have so much going on within the department, but I'm excited by all of it. So I'm always happy to help if you do have any questions.
I appreciate it.
There's a
Bethany,
lot of
I-
great information, and I love that you shared
Yeah.
how to access all that. I didn't even know that those guides were there. So thank
I
you.
know, right? Like, I love that they can redo their career plan, because gosh, how many of us changed our careers or our majors in school?
Jennifer, you have a question?
Yes. Could you share the Instagram thing again? I never had Instagram and I just downloaded it because I've heard several people with the college mention Instagram the past
Yeah.
couple days.
So let me actually pull it up.
And then does ACT 101 have Instagram contact too?
They do, yes. And they
Put it in
might
the
have to
chat.
share their handle with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't want to give you the wrong handle.
I've avoided downloading Instagram for what, 12, 13 years now, whenever it came out.
I
You're not
understand.
alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. I don't have one at all. But I'm inspired too with all these resources.
And something with Instagram, if you, so if you're on, let's see, if you're on mc3.edu
Okay.
and you go to the search bar, again, I like searching things, type in career services. All of our social media handles should be posted on this site right here. So if you click into it, like Instagram, it should take you to the page. I know Facebook is a little bit funny where they'll almost make you create an account. But Instagram, like I'm not logged into any social media at this right now. So it says login and everything. So if you did not feel as comfortable having one, you could still look at some of the posts. As you click into things, it might say, no, do you want to sign in? But if you aren't on it and you just want to see those posts, we do have all of them. They should be public for you to see without it. And it's Career Services MC3. And if you're looking to see any of those Instagram lunchtime lives that I talked about, if you go to IGTV, this is where all of those are posted.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And if you just created the account and followed Career Services and Act 101, you'll probably start to see recommendations because a lot of different departments have their own Instagrams. So you can always connect with more if you're interested in the athletics department or the general Monco Instagram. Then you'll be up to date on everything that's going on in campus.
I just saw that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, Instagram will start to connect you with all of them.
Maybe I should have got it years ago.
Bethany, I don't know if you touched on this at all because I have some construction going on that's getting really loud here, but LinkedIn and LinkedIn Learning, do you recommend that for our students?
I would definitely recommend that. So LinkedIn, if you haven't heard of it before, or if that's kind of a new term, it's social media it's professional social media. Oh, okay, usually I'm logged in. But let me see if I can open up another window here.
You know, the students can access LinkedIn Learning from the activity Monco Connect.
Oh, really?
It's on that sidebar. So if you go to Monco Connect and you come down the sidebar where you went to find Hire a Mustang, there should be LinkedIn Learning on the left. No?
Maybe I missed it.
Or you could search it.
Yeah,
Search bar is awesome.
it might be up top too, all the way at the top. I know I saw it in there somewhere.
Students have access, so you can always search.
Yeah.
There it is. Let me see. I'm not sure if I remember my password. That's why I'm trying to see if I'm logged in another browser. Might have to reset it.
Put you on the screen,
But so LinkedIn, if you are new to that, that's something that as you are growing your network and as you are connecting with people, even in your classes, this is one of the, being in school and having different classes with everyone, this is one of the best times to start connecting with people, because you never know, in 5 years, people who you are in classes with at this point might be at a company that you're interested in working for. And so if you can reach out to them and have that direct contact for that company, that can really help you get into the door and get into that company. So if you are looking for another way to network and start to build your professional network, join LinkedIn and start to add people, start to everyone in your classes, add them, all of your professors, all of us, you can add us, and then you'll be able to stay connected with that network. And then you can also join different groups. Usually each industry has their own different professional associations that you can look up, and you'll be able to join those different groups so that you'll stay up to date in the industry. Most times, a lot of people will post articles or write articles about cool new things that are going on. So if you're on LinkedIn, you can see those articles and just stay up to date about the new technology that's coming out or the new practices within each industry.
If you want me to share my screen, I could do that too.
I think this is my password
That
for it.
helps.
Yeah, okay. And then this is
Learning has been
LinkedIn.
fabulous. I tell students, I mean, there's no shame in Googling how to do something. If you're working on a spreadsheet and you're like, oh, I can't remember how to do a formula for whatever, chances are somebody created a YouTube video on how to do it, or there's LinkedIn Learning. It's amazing. So definitely check it out. It's great for professional development too, just networking skills, leadership skills, social media skills. There's a lot of different topics.
Yeah. And that kind of reminded me, some employers, depending again on the industry and what careers you're going into, they'll have a test, like a skills test in as part of the interview process. And I know I've applied previously for some jobs where they asked about like Excel, and I had to take an Excel test, and it was like a 30-minute timed. Each section you had like 10 seconds to answer, 10 seconds to complete on the Excel document what they asked you to complete. So if you know you have something like that coming up, you can always take one of these courses where you'll be able to kind of walk through what different things you can do on Excel and start to get prepared for those different tests. But I've seen some cool ones, Christine, even not for my professional, but I've seen some, like I saw an animation one. I'm like, wow, that would be a cool skill to learn, you know, different Photoshop. And there's a lot of fun things on there.
Photography stuff, like just fun things to learn. And all the students have access to it. When it first rolled out, it was for employees, and it was a really neat thing for us to check out. But now all students have access, and it's a really great tool to use. So, and it actually gives you, if you do know LinkedIn, or if you start getting involved in LinkedIn, you can actually get badges that you could put on your LinkedIn profile saying that you've taken this course, because they either come in just like a quick video on a topic, or you can actually do an entire course. So if you complete a course, you can actually get like a badge that says that you've completed this course, or a certificate and things like that. So definitely, if it's something you're interested in, check into it. It's worth it.
And a lot of employers do hire through LinkedIn. I feel like almost maybe 70% of the people I know who are on LinkedIn have said, oh yeah, a recruiter has reached out to me and like asked me if I was interested in a position. And so if you have all those different badges and you can show these were things I was working on while also going to school or while also in a job, it just benefits you. Employers do usually, they'll do a Google search and they'll look you up if you're applying to different jobs, especially if you're in industries like, for example, marketing or like a media type of position. They'll want to see more information about you than just what's listed on your resume. They'll want to try to get some more information. So they'll look you up on LinkedIn, see what's going on there, see if you have any of that additional like the badges, or see if you have a portfolio listed. So it's a really cool software to use, and it has a lot of benefits to it.
Great information. Any other questions? All right, Karen, I think we could stop the recording.